Alright, today we're going to go ahead and do a quick review of the new Blichmann Riptide pumps I'm adding to the brewery. We're going to compare them against the old Chugger pumps that I used to have. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead and sit on the floor here. It's going to be a little bit easier. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch you around. Okay, first things first, the first thing you're going to notice is the tremendous size difference between these two pumps. I don't remember exact specs on this Chugger pump here. This was my original pump for the brewery. There is the serial number there, there's the model number there, the CPSS IN1. Do not run this pump dry. Okay, 115 volts Chugger pump. Single phase motor, 115 volt, 1.4 amps, 1/20th of a horsepower. There we go, that's what I was looking for originally. So you're going to notice the size difference between that side by side to the Riptide pump, which is tremendously larger, definitely a lot heavier. One of the great things you'll see here is that the Blichmann Riptide pump is fully encased, so you could actually submerge this in water if you had to. Can't imagine why you would. Don't do it from the back here, but it is encased, so you don't have to worry about water dripping. The original Chugger pump, as you can see, is completely open to spills and damage via the water. One of the other things you'll notice is that this pump, to start it and stop it, you either have to unplug it or install an inline on-off switch, whereas the Blichmann Riptide pump already thought of that. Bam. Okay, so the next thing you'll notice is that this Riptide here has a flow control attached within, so you can adjust the flow right there on the pump itself, whereas the Chugger pump, when I originally bought this, I had to buy this ball valve with a knife handle. It does work good, don't get me wrong, it is nice. Good working valve there, and it does a great job. However, you know, it's not button up such as the Riptide is. A lot of extra pieces there. You gotta get you screw it onto the female end, goes into the male end of the pump. Then you also have to attach the barb, and then of course it's kind of cumbersome to adjust that Riptide. Now, also right here on top, you'll see there is a bleeder valve for air. Basically, when you design this Riptide, every complaint you've ever had with a pump, Blichmann took care of. So you'll have that bleeder valve to get rid of excess air. This here, no, what you have to do is stop this, let it fill up completely, let all the air bubbles drain out, and then start it again. That's going to stop the pump from cavitating. This here is how you stop the pump from cavitating with the Blichmann. One thing I love about this Blichmann is not only is, like I said, it's a great looking pump, a lot larger, a lot nicer. However, if you were going to disassemble for cleaning this Chugger pump, notice the first thing you have here are the 3 main screws, or correction, I can't count, there are 4 main screws here on the front. The first thing you do is take those off. Then I already have one disassembled here. Once you take those 4 out, you can remove this whole head assembly, and then you're going to have the back here. And now there's 4 more screws, and then you take these 4 screws out. Alright. 3. Now again, I also have these loosened up earlier, so it's kind of a quicker version. Nobody wants to sit through that. Now I can remove the assembly and I can clean. A little bit of buildup there, and needs cleaned. I haven't really scrubbed them out since my last brew day, knowing I was going to get the new pumps. And then here's the magnet. You can see that's a pretty strong magnet in there, but nothing too great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice pump. It works extremely well, but it's nothing compared to what you're about to see. So that's the full steps, and then of course reassembly, you gotta put it all back together. Let me show you how quick it is to take apart the Blichmann pump. We got this little lever here, a little knob, we're gonna unscrew that to the side, remove this clamp, and now you have the complete disassembly of the pump. No extra screws, you don't gotta remove the head, and then also, as far as that magnet's concerned, you'll see it's actually dragging the pump. I can actually pull the pump by the magnets, how strong that is. So much stronger magnet, much stronger pump in general. So those are the basics. Those are some of the nicer qualities of this Blichmann pump. Again, it does have the bleeder valve there. It does have, I mean, it's just straight connected for the Blichmann quick connects. Not quick disconnects, but the actual quick connect itself. Same flow control that you would find on the G2 Boilermaker pump, or GT Boilermaker kettles. So a lot of familiarity there. And just nicer overall system altogether. So I'm really looking forward to using these. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to do the final stages of what this Blichmann pump is all about. Showing you what it can actually do. We've already gone over the differences. So what I got here is a bucket of Star Sand. Today is brew day. And we gotta go ahead and clean this pump, so it's a perfect time to run a test and show you guys what can happen. First thing I do is I got my pump all the way open. I already actually have Star Sand running through the hoses, because regardless of any kind of pump's capabilities, you're never going to want to dry run a pump. So we got the handy on-off switch right over here. I know it's a little bit dark, maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. And we're going to go right here. So I expect a little bit of a mess. Let's see if we can't tighten this clamp up a bit. Let's see what we can't do here. Maybe get some kind of control over it. There's the end. I fully expect that to go wild, so maybe another, well, just in case. We'll see what happens. I'll control it here in a second. This is completely encased, so you don't have to worry about getting it wet. We might just need that. Let's take a look. Oh wow, yeah. So that's full open. I can basically wash my neighbor's house from here. That's pretty insane, and I can't imagine needing to pump anything that quickly, so let's go ahead and... Okay, as I slowly lower this down, you can see how far this is going, and it still has extreme capability there. We're halfway, we're about 75% of the way shut, and we still got a full stream. And for sparging, let's see where we would be at. Darn near shut. So some great capabilities on this. As you can see, a little bit of spill there. We're going to put that back in. And then of course, listen to how quiet that is. I'm not yelling, I'm not talking loudly. The phone's halfway between me and that pump. And that's all the more noise we got going, which is a tremendous difference as well. So everything you read about how quiet these pumps are is definitely on point. The capability you just saw, that was incredible. I've always had good flow with the old pumps, but it was never that forceful. So there we go, there you have it. There's the end of this video. In my opinion, and from what you guys have seen, these Blichmann Riptide pumps definitely outshine the Chugger pump. Any questions, concerns, let me know. Cheers.